Most people think shaving is simple, something you just do quickly in the shower without much thought. But when it comes to shaving your bikini area, that mindset is exactly what leads to razor burn, ingrown hairs, and days of discomfort afterward. The truth is, shaving this area is a skill, and it's one that almost no one is properly taught. You might get a vague explanation, maybe a few general tips, but the real details that actually make the difference are usually left out. That's why today I'm walking you through everything you need to know step by step so you can finally get a smooth, comfortable shave without the irritation that so many people assume is unavoidable. I'm Dr. Sam Ellis, a board-certified medical and cosmetic dermatologist in Northern California, and my goal is to help you understand your skin and make choices that actually work for it. This is a very personal topic, and I want to be clear from the start that whether or not you shave your bikini area is entirely your choice. There is no right or wrong decision here. My role is simply to give you the information and tools so that if you do choose to shave, you can do it in a way that respects your skin and keeps you comfortable. I know that talking about intimate areas can feel awkward for some people, but as a dermatologist, this is part of everyday medical care, and there's no reason for discomfort or embarrassment. I want you to feel confident in your body and informed about how to care for it properly. Over the years, I've shared these exact tips with friends and patients, and I can't tell you how many times I've heard people say that changing just a few steps completely transformed their shaving experience. The difference between a painful, itchy aftermath and smooth skin that feels good comes down to preparation, technique, and aftercare, all of which matter equally. If you rush or skip steps, your skin will let you know later. Before you even think about picking up a razor, the most important thing you can do is give yourself enough time. This is not something to squeeze in when you're in a hurry. Plan for at least 15 to 20 minutes, especially if you're still getting familiar with the process. Going too fast is one of the biggest reasons people end up with ingrown hairs and missed spots. And if you're taking the time to shave this area, it's worth doing it properly. Another key part of preparation is dealing with hair length. If the hair has grown longer than about 1/4 of an inch, trimming it first is essential. Long hair clogs razors quickly and dulls blades, which makes irritation much more likely. You're not aiming for a close trim here, just shortening the hair to something closer to stubble. Electric trimmers work very well for this, but scissors can also get the job done if you're careful. It's also incredibly helpful to have something in the shower that allows you to elevate your leg, like a small bench or stool. This gives you better access and visibility, which is crucial for shaving safely and thoroughly. Once everything is set up, you'll want to wait until the end of your shower to shave. Warm water and steam soften the hair and cause it to swell slightly, making it easier to cut without applying excess pressure. After you've washed your hair and body, that's the perfect time to focus on shaving. Before the razor touches your skin, though, there's one step many people skip, even though it makes a huge difference, and that's exfoliation. Removing dead skin cells allows the razor to get closer to the base of the hair and glide smoothly, which dramatically reduces the risk of razor bumps. Exfoliation is one of those steps that doesn't seem important until you realize how many shaving problems it can prevent. When dead skin cells build up, they block the razor from cutting hair cleanly and create friction that leads to irritation. While chemical exfoliants are often recommended for other areas of the body, for the bikini area, gentle physical exfoliation is usually the better choice. Something like an exfoliating mitt or a soft washcloth works well, especially when paired with a mild cleanser. You don't need anything harsh or abrasive. The goal is simply to lift away that outer layer of dead skin so the razor can move smoothly across the surface. Using small circular motions with light pressure for about 20 to 30 seconds is enough. After rinsing thoroughly, your skin is ready for shaving. If you plan to shave other parts of your body during the same shower, it's best to shave the bikini area first while the blade is still sharp and clean. One of the most common mistakes people make is using multi-blade razors with 5 or 6 blades. While those razors are heavily marketed, they create more friction because the skin is contacted multiple times in a single pass. the delicate skin in the pubic area doesn't tolerate that well. A single or double blade razor is much gentler and still very effective. A smaller razor head also helps you navigate the natural curves and folds of the area more easily. Equally important is using a proper shaving gel or cream. Soap alone doesn't provide enough slip, especially if you're prone to irritation. A fragrance-free, hypoallergenic shave gel creates a cushion between the blade and your skin, helping soften the hair further and reducing friction. Applying it generously and working it into a rich lather gives you the best protection. Keeping a small cup of water nearby to rinse your razor frequently also makes a big difference. Hair and product buildup on the blade reduce its effectiveness and increase the chance of irritation. When it's time to start shaving, technique matters just as much as the tools you're using. Always shave in the direction of hair growth, which in the bikini area generally means shaving downward, away from the belly button. Shaving against the grain may seem like it gives a closer result, but it dramatically increases the risk of ingrown hairs and irritation. Using short, controlled strokes instead of long, sweeping motions helps you maintain control and reduces pulling on the skin. After just a few strokes, rinse the blade and reapply shaving gel as needed. Repeatedly shaving over the same spot is one of the fastest ways to irritate the skin. As you move into more sensitive areas, like around the vulvar region, keeping the skin taut becomes especially important. Gently stretching the skin with your free hand allows the razor to make clean contact without requiring pressure. Pressure is never your friend when shaving this area. Let the blade do the work. If you're shaving the back area as well, positioning becomes even more important. This is where a stool or bench can help you see what you're doing and avoid blindly shaving, which often leads to nicks and uneven results. Hair around the anus grows in a different direction, typically inward, so adjusting your shaving direction accordingly is key. Throughout the entire process, moving slowly and deliberately is essential. This skin is delicate, and rushing only increases the likelihood of irritation later. Many people don't realize that most shaving issues don't actually show up during the shave itself, but in the hours and days afterward. That uncomfortable itch or burning sensation is usually the result of friction and inflammation created during shaving. Every step you take to minimize trauma now will pay off later. Once shaving is complete, what you do next is just as important as everything that came before, because proper aftercare is what allows your skin to recover comfortably as new hair begins to grow in. After shaving, the skin in the bikini area is freshly exfoliated and more sensitive than usual, which means aftercare plays a major role in how comfortable you feel over the next few days. Start by rinsing the area thoroughly and gently patting it dry with a towel. Avoid rubbing, since shaving itself already exfoliates the skin. One of my favorite post-shave products, and one I recommend often, is Tend Skin. It's an alcohol-based solution that also contains aspirin, which helps calm inflammation. Applied externally, it works like an aftershave toner, helping reduce redness, bumps, and itch. You can apply it with clean hands or a cotton pad, and using a couple of light layers is perfectly fine. This product has been a game changer for many people who struggle with post-shave irritation. Moisturizing afterward is another step that's often overlooked. The skin in this area needs hydration just like the rest of your body, especially after shaving. A gentle moisturizer designed for sensitive or eczema-prone skin works well. Ingredients like ceramides and soothing agents such as oats help support the skin barrier and reduce irritation. Applying moisturizer consistently after shaving can significantly improve how the skin feels as hair starts to grow back. For those who are particularly prone to itching or razor bumps, keeping a low-strength hydrocortisone ointment on hand can be helpful. A thin layer applied once or twice daily for a few days after shaving can calm inflammation and reduce discomfort. This isn't something you need to use regularly, but it's useful as a short-term solution if irritation appears. Because it's a mild steroid, it shouldn't be used continuously, but for brief periods after shaving, it's safe and effective. If you shaved in preparation for wearing a swimsuit, sunscreen is essential. Freshly shaved skin is more vulnerable to sun damage, and sun exposure can lead to irritation and darkening of the skin. Applying sunscreen to the bikini line helps protect against hyperpigmentation, which many people want to avoid. Wearing loose-fitting clothing or underwear for the day after shaving can also reduce friction and help prevent ingrown hairs. While tight clothing isn't always avoidable, minimizing pressure and rubbing gives your skin the best chance to stay calm. Many people worry that shaving might disrupt the natural balance of the area or cause other health issues, but shaving itself does not alter pH or create internal problems when done properly. All shaving and skincare products should stay external. Another common myth is that shaving causes hair to grow back thicker or darker. This simply isn't true. Hair growth is determined by structures deep within the skin that aren't affected by cutting the hair at the surface. The blunt edge left after shaving can make hair feel coarser as it grows out, but the hair itself isn't actually changing. The goal of all these steps isn't just appearance, but comfort. Shaving shouldn't be something you dread or something that leaves you dealing with days of irritation. With the right preparation, technique, and aftercare, it can be a routine that feels manageable and comfortable. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more dermatologist-backed skincare guidance. And if you've discovered techniques or products that have worked well for you, sharing them in the comments can help others who are still figuring out what works best for their skin.